Hey folks, while I was making the last video, I showed how the temperature dropped down to 3 degrees, and we had a frost warning for that night. 6:45 in the morning, just before I went to bed, it actually dropped to 0, which is the freezing point. And I look out the window, and it's definitely white roof, so we got pretty good frost that night. So, first one of the year. And the next day, it was still kind of chilly. I think it was like 14 degrees. But I did go for a tour anyways. I wanted to go out and take a look at the monster and see what kind of needs to be done to fix the front end on it. Yeah, this coming week's supposed to be really nice weather, so I'm gonna hopefully get everything done this coming week. So, out, and temperature actually, it wasn't too bad, but the wind, it just kind of cut through my sweater. I kind of wish I'd taken my jacket with me. So, I am still sick right now. I wasn't sick during this video. It was right after this that actually started, but hopefully, my voice doesn't get too bad for you. I'm at the point now where I'm kind of recovering, and I can breathe again, which is good. And I didn't have any problems sleeping last night, so gradually getting better. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to lift up the front of the monster and take a look underneath and see how the bumper is attached and where it's bending and try to figure out how to prevent that. And just kind of go from there. Because when I weld the frame, I want to make sure I do it right. So I started with the basket mount and I seem to do okay with that. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a mount on the front bumper for the second spotlight, and then do this front end, whatever I need to do there, just get a little more experience with welding before I try tackling the frame, because that's going to be a major job. So, I'm going to take a look and see what we got. Oh my. Okay, so now I can see what's going on. What a ridiculously dumb design. So, apparently the front bumper is bolted on with 2 bolts here. So it's completely separate. Front panel, a couple screws there, and they actually look like they're separate. Oh, that took a lot of energy out of me to keep this thing up while I got the jack stands in place.
But the front bumper here, it looks, nice and sturdy and everything. Then you get to this little spot here. It's like 1/8" steel plate. And I'm not sure why. This is why the bumper's on an angle. I'm not sure if these are in slots or the holes were just off or what, I don't know. But that explains why the bumper's on an angle. But just above these 2 bolts here, you can see that's where it's bending. This little 1/8" plate of steel. So when I hit something with the bottom of the bumper, all the force is on this little part right here, and that's where it's bending. They got this big heavy frame and then this tiny little thin plate. What a stupid design. So I'm gonna put some support in here. It's killing me holding my head up. I can weld to this frame and come down to the middle of the bumper. Problem with doing that is if I weld here and here, I'm not going to be able to take this front bumper off because it'll be permanently attached. Now I wonder, I can put 1 bolt in there, that's it. I wonder if I can do that. 'Cause even that would help. As I can weld to the top here and just put a bolt in here. Because then I can always take the bolt out so I can take the bumper off if I ever need to in the future. Maybe I'll do it that way. Because I can put whatever I want in here. It's not going to be in the way of the suspension. So that's good news. Oh my. I'm so exhausted. So apparently in the springtime, after the next blast of salt, I really gotta clean some of the rust off of this thing. Yeah, the bearings are really shot in there. Ball joints are still pretty good. I still gotta straighten this bar out. It's bent pretty good. But the ball joints themselves, it's hard to tell with everything else moving, but they still seem alright. They're not rattling yet. The only rattling I'm getting is from those bearings, and I don't know how to change those. I can't figure out how to get them out. So I don't know. Maybe in the springtime, once everything warms up, we'll take another look at it. But for now, I can't figure it out. I can't understand how the bearings come out. Because the shaft that goes up in the middle of them is welded to this part here. I don't get it. I do not get it. But that's a future project. So at least I know what I can do with the bumper now. I should actually take it off now. Well, I got monster up in the air. So what I want to do first. Oh, as I get blinded by the light here. What I want to do first is tackle these hinges. Oh yeah. My theory might be right. Because you can actually see space in there now. That space was not there when I was trying to lubricate these before, so the metal has shrunk. And it explains why I'm not getting the creaking. The only time I actually heard the creaking today was when I got off here at home. As soon as I stepped off it and it rose up, I heard creak. So I may now have an opportunity to clean these up a little bit and stick some lubricant in there. So I bought me a dental dental care kit specifically for this. For this exact purpose. Just gets so messed up in here. All these tiny little spaces for all the dirt to get in. Wow. Probably part of the reason I couldn't get any lubricant in. It's covered in dirt. Of course, this is hard to see from the top. I can't really do much about it from up above. Wow. Oops. That's amazing. And that's why there's dirt. There's a lubricant just holds onto it. One side. I'll tell you, that doesn't do it. I don't know what's going to. All that dirt buildup on there. Pretty sure that's why I couldn't get lubrication into it, as the dirt was blocking it. And give them a nice drenching. And that's what I hate about the little nylon spacers. They just, when they dry out, they just stick. And that's where all the creaking's coming from. Okay. So hopefully it does the trick. Once I put the monster down, I'll bounce on it a few times. Get the joints moving. Yep. And that would be why a bumper turns sideways, because it slots, it's not just plain holes. So that's the bumper. And apparently the front clip is held on by those same two bolts. So when I'm ready to do some welding, that's really easy to take off. I'm happy. But for now, I'll put them back in. If I can. Everything seems to have moved here. So at least while I'm working on the bumper, I can still use the Monster. And that gives me options on how I can fix that front end. I'm happy. For now. Ow. I think the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my floodlight, bumper light on. That kind of rust is just attacking everything. And then I got that done. And then once I get that all fixed up, I can put the bumper back on, hook up the light. And we're good to go. But that's not gonna happen tonight. I'm chilled. Let's be 14 degrees out, so I didn't bother taking my jacket. Yeah, it's fine. But that wind just cuts right through. Yeah. So happy. That's amazing. The bumper itself is a lot stronger than what it's actually attached to. Actually, it doesn't look too bad without it. I just don't want to hit anything. Break the plastic. Ooh. I've scraped a few things with that, haven't I? Wonder what that's from. I have no idea what would have done that. I don't know what I hit. Who knows? Not a clue.
Actually, I do kind of have an idea what happened. When I was down at the boat launch one day, and I looking for different places to park all the time. Now, you see that rock right there? Later on, once the grass is grown in, apparently I forgot that rock was there. I hit it pretty hard and got hung up on it. I had to lift the front of the Monster up and back up, holding it up to get off this stupid thing. So chances are that's what did it. And now that I think of it, that might be what bent the steering rod as well. Because I hit it pretty hard. And like I say, I was on top of it, so it could have very easily bent the steering rod. But I searched through all my videos after this up until like mid-July, and I don't see it anywhere. And there are a couple days in there that I forgot to turn the camera on, so this is at my first stop. Usually when I get to Timmy's or Value Mart or something, after this point is when I notice the camera's not on. So chances are that was the day that it happened.
Okay, so I'll wrap this project up for today. think that worked. I think I got rid of the creak finally. Oh my goodness. Okay. I am done for today. Wow.